Hello gamers. I got kind of a different, ignore that. I got kind of a different sort of video today for you guys. I have an actual tutorial, right? So, I think behind the scenes I've been doing, I think I mentioned it in one of my other recordings. I've been trying to get 34 orbs, and look at my file, you can see that I'm pretty damn close. I've decided to do an actual 34 orb summoning tutorial. Now I've been trying to do this for like basically a day, and I kind of was doing it wrong. And after doing more research, I've kind of finally figured out the proper way to do it. But as I was doing research, I discovered that there wasn't really a great video actually getting into the nitty-gritty about the whole process of all this. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna be that guy. So here I am. I'm that guy. So I'm gonna move over here real quick so I can show off what I got going on. So I'm right next to the world tree. I'm gonna show off why in a second. But let's first start off with my wand builds. Here's the stuff you're gonna want in your actual game. Okay? Oops. So ignore my first wand. This is just my damage wand. Pretty good, I know, but ignore that. I have this wand here, which is my teleport digging wand. Before I was doing this, but for the purposes of this, I've taken this off. I just need something that can teleport a short distance, summon a black hole, take a little bit, so I can. This is essentially an eraser right now. You can think of it as that. And this is like the pencil. This is a summon platform, right? Now, the old way that you used to do this is that you would encase yourself in barriers like this, or you would cast the end of everything and then you would encase yourself in barriers like this, but then you could survive the end of everything. Now, this works, but it's kind of difficult to do because when you cast the end of everything, it deletes all matter nearby. So it's kind of annoying to do because unless you're really fucking goated, it's going to be really hard to land on the exact pixel. Now, you may be wondering, exact pixel? What are you freaking talking about? Let me show something off for you real quick. Alright, so we're going to move over to this website and record over here. The Noita Orb Atlas. Okay? If you're trying to get 34 orbs, you gotta go to this website. Okay? So if you just look up Noita Orb Atlas, will get you here. You put in your seed, you put in your new game plus, alright, and then you click Great Chest Search, and it's going to tell you where the Great Chest is. It gives me the coordinates right here, okay, but it also shows it to me with this little X right here. This is where the Great Chest spawns. And to be clear, for people who are uninformed, who know nothing about this, okay, to get the 34th orb, you have to cast the end of everything at this exact pixel. I think there's probably a wiggle room of like 0.25 of a pixel. I've seen other videos where they're like within that distance and they get it, so I'm pretty sure that's the window that you're going for, but I'll be honest, this is my first time doing this, so we'll see how this goes. Anyways, put your seed in here, it gives you the coordinates, and it shows you where it is. This map might be confusing for some people, but this blue rectangle is the world tree. So right here, basically to the left and a little bit down to the world tree is where I need to cast it. Now for your seed, it could be anywhere. It could be over here, it could be over here, it could be over here. It's going to be different for every seed. Okay, if you're trying to do this legit, you're going to have to put your seed in, figure out where it is, and you're going to have to figure it out. This is probably the hardest part. I got a really lucky seed. It's above ground, you know, it's not underground in the middle of nowhere. It's in a good spot. So pretty good seed. Okay, so once you know where your XY coordinate is, right, you can jump back into Noita. Now I've already found this XY coordinate. It's right about here. I don't know exactly where. It's right about here. You may be wondering, GV, call me. How do you get the exact pixel? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, let me show you. Okay, so I'm gonna save and quit. All right. And then And I'll go through the whole process for you once that happens. Okay. We're gonna go to. I have the file open here, but I'm gonna step you through it. You would do %app data %. Every gamer knows this. All right. Local low, NOLA games noita, save 0. All right. This is your current save. I go to player. Open with notepad. All right. Oh my god, I got the exact corner. Okay, this is perfect. This is a perfect example. So that platform I just put down is in the exact Y position I need to be. If we compare it, so I'm at negative, for my Y position, I'm at negative 496. Okay, my Y is 400 negative 96. Now I'm not exactly on it, but as far as I understand, this is close enough. Well, this one is. All I need to do is get this X position to be like within 0.25. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the recording. I'm gonna shuffle it here. Actually, I'll show you real quick. This is how you kind of figure it out. Okay, so now I know what my current XY position is. So I know my Y position is perfect. Okay, the platform is in the perfect Y position. That's why I think the horizontal platform. I think it's called the horizontal platform is the easier one because you can reload over and over until you hit the Y platform, and then you can make tiny little micro adjustments left and right for the X coordinate. Okay, so we're gonna close this. We're gonna open noita again. We're gonna continue. All right. We're freaking in. So I know this platform right now is at the exact coordinate it needs to be, which is perfect. So now all I have to do is land on, I think it was 2621, roughly. As close as I can get to that. I think that. We'll see if that looks good. I'm on the coordinate I think it's at. I'm going to save and quit. Okay. Takes a while. Okay. I'm going to open my player folder. Make sure the play button is there so it's fully saved with Notepad. At 22.78 now. Okay, so you get the gist. Now I'm gonna pause the recording. I'm gonna keep going over and over again until I've hit the right coordinate. All right, see you guys in a second. Hey guys, we're back. That honestly didn't take that much time at all. So if you notice, I'm at exactly, well not exactly, but I'm at 2621.2. Okay, if we look back at my thing, we're at 2621. So that's, I think, pretty much as close as we're gonna get. We're gonna try it. You can get closer. I have landed on like a flat, like totally even number. It's possible. It's really hard to do, but it is possible. So we'll see how this goes. All right, and then we'll introduce my last wand. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of tinkering, so I want to make sure that everything works perfectly. I'm gonna do a little bit of quick maths. Okay, so I know I'm locked in to my location. I cannot press WASD or I'm fucked. I'm in the perfect coordinate, okay? In comes the final wand, alright? I'm gonna break down what this wand does in a second, but I'm gonna add a shit ton of mana real quick just to make sure we're all good. And I just want to double check something. We have 40, 200, 70. I'm just gonna add a shit ton of mana to this just to be sure. Okay, so what this one does, okay, so this casts the end of everything, obviously, that's what the gamma is, okay, and then it has a divide by, add trigger, divide by 4, add trigger on null shot, which dramatically increases the lifetime of a spell, and that's all of this is being applied onto cessation, which deletes your player for a period of time. This specific wand build is set up so it'll last exactly as long as the end of everything spell, up until the very end when the orb spawns. So as long as everything works, I should cast this wand and the orb should spawn. I'm a little nervous, okay? This is all for my first 44 orb run. I've already killed Colmy and everything. I'm doing a pussy run, but I need this amulet. Let's see, I'm actually nervous. Okay, so as you can see, it just deleted everything off screen. My player is gone. Okay. Now if everything worked good, if all my calculations are correct, everything should be perfect. To be clear, I got this wand off the Noita wiki. I did not make any of these wands. All this stuff's from the wiki. You can find all this information on the wiki. I'm actually really nervous. Freaking worms. Right after this. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh, I hear it. Oh my gosh, it worked. I hear it. Hear it. I have to be so careful. I cannot get polymorphed. There it is. Holy shit. It actually worked. Alright, hold on. I gotta make sure everything's good. Let's put this there. I ain't getting polymorphed to the very end. Holy shit. Alright, we did it. 34 orbs. I actually can't believe it. Oh my god, so now the sky is purple. Oh my god. Actually worked. Okay, well, there you have it. This is the wand build, alright? This shit works. Wow, I actually can't believe that. Alright, so let's end the run, and then I'll show you guys how to close out the run, because for those who don't know what happens when you end a 34 orb run, you get the true end of the game. Okay, you become invincible. You can't die to anything. You can't die to polymorph, but there is still a way to die, so I'm going to show that off. So here we go. True end. First time ever doing 34 orbs. I wish I got this whole run recorded, but it just kind of happened. Right. The world's been restored and everyone's much happier. I have infinite health, infinite gold. Freaking did it.